What if I told you that your entire life can change in just one moment, and that moment could be today? Would you believe it? Life often brings us to a point where everything feels heavy. The heart feels tired, the mind feels crowded, and the soul feels wounded. There are days when you wake up and feel like you no longer have the strength to face the world. Days when you look at yourself in the mirror and wonder, why am I even trying? What's the point? These are the moments when hopelessness quietly creeps in. It doesn't come with noise, it doesn't knock on your door, it simply slips into your thoughts, slowly convincing you that you are not enough, not capable, not worthy. But there is a truth most people don't realize. Hopelessness is not reality. It is only a temporary feeling. Just like the night doesn't last forever, your darkness won't last either. But the tragedy is this: most people give up right before the sunrise of their life. They quit just when life is preparing something extraordinary for them. You see, success never abandons you. It never goes far. It stands right outside your emotional storm, waiting for you to step out of it. But hopelessness blinds you. It makes you believe the storm is endless. It makes you believe you are stuck. And once that belief takes root, everything around you begins to feel impossible. But think for a moment, how many times in your life did you face something you thought you could never survive, and yet you are still here? How many times did life knock you down in a way that made you sure this was your breaking point, and yet somehow, in some way, you got back up again? That means one thing: you are stronger than your hopelessness. The problem is not your life. The problem is the story you tell yourself when things get difficult. When your mind whispers, "You can't do it," you quietly agree. When your fears say, "You are not good enough," you accept it. But the moment you challenge those thoughts, the entire game changes. Hopelessness grows in silence. It grows when you don't talk about your pain, when you keep everything inside, when you pretend everything is fine while your heart is breaking. It grows when you compare yourself to others, when you let expectations crush your confidence, when you think you should have been further in life by now. But life is not a race. It is not a competition. It is a journey, and every journey has mountains, storms, delays, stops, and struggles. No great traveler walks a straight road. Every success story you admire today was built on broken nights, restless tears, and countless failures. If you are feeling hopeless today, it does not mean you are weak. It means you are human. It means you have been trying. It means you have been caring, fighting, giving your best, even when no one noticed. And maybe, just maybe, you are tired. But here is the most powerful truth. You don't fail when you feel hopeless. You only fail when you stop trying. And the fact that you are listening to this right now shows that you have not given up. Something inside you is still alive. Something inside you still believes that you can rise again. And that small spark, that tiny hope, is more powerful than every fear inside you. Success is not meant for perfect people. It is meant for persistent people. People who break but repair themselves again. People who fall but rise again. People who get stuck but move again. People who cry but wipe their tears and take one more step. The people you admire, the ones who built empires, the ones who overcame impossible odds, they were not born special. They were born just like you, confused, scared, uncertain. The only difference is that they refused to surrender to hopelessness. They refused to let their pain define their ending. And you can do the same. Sometimes life closes all doors around you so that you are forced to push open the one door meant only for you. Sometimes everything falls apart so that you can finally rebuild the life you were meant to live. Sometimes losing what you wanted is exactly what gives you what you need. Hopelessness convinces you that you are alone, that no one understands you, that no one cares. But look deeper, have you ever truly been alone? Every time you broke, you healed. Every time you fell, something lifted you. Maybe it was your strength. Maybe it was your will. Maybe it was your faith. But something always carried you forward. Life has not given up on you. The world has not given up on you. And success, your success, has not given up on you. It is waiting. But you must take one step. Just one. You don't need to run. You don't need to climb mountains today. You don't need to be strong every moment. You just need to decide that hopelessness will not rule your story anymore. Because the truth is, your life is far bigger than the moment you are stuck in. Your future is far brighter than the darkness you feel now. And your strength is far greater than the weakness you believe you have. You might be tired, but you are not finished. You might be hurt, but you are not broken forever. You might be lost, but you are not gone. Deep inside you, there is a fire that life has tried many times to extinguish, but it couldn't. That fire is your potential. That fire is your destiny. That fire is your future. And no matter how dark your life feels right now, that fire is still burning. So stand up. Not because everything is perfect, but because you deserve more than the life hopelessness is trying to give you. Success is waiting outside your fear. Success is waiting beyond your doubt. Success is waiting past your pain. And one day, sooner than you think, you will look back at this moment. This exact moment. And say, I thought this was my breaking point, but it was actually my turning point. Hopelessness is not the end. It is the beginning of a stronger, wiser, unstoppable version of you. And that version of you is powerful enough to achieve anything. There comes a point in every person's life when they begin to question everything, every choice, every dream, every sacrifice. It feels as if the weight of the entire world is resting on your shoulders, pushing you down, slowing you down, making you doubt yourself. And as those doubts grow louder, the voice of hope becomes quieter. You start to believe that maybe you are not meant for greatness, maybe you are not capable enough, maybe the life you want is simply not written for you. But the truth is far different from what your tired heart tells you. Life is not denying you success, life is preparing you for it. Every struggle, every challenge, every disappointment is shaping you into someone stronger than your past, wiser than your mistakes, and braver than your fears. The problem is not that life is unfair. The problem is that you expect the road to success to be easy. But no path that leads to something meaningful is ever smooth. The people who reach unimaginable heights are not the ones who had everything handed to them. They are the ones who walked through fire but refused to burn. They are the ones who felt the sharpest pain but refused to break. They are the ones who lost everything but refused to stop. They discovered something powerful. Success does not come to those who wait, it comes to those who rise. Many times we confuse delay with denial. When life slows down, we assume it has stopped caring. When dreams take longer than expected, we assume they won't come true. But the delay you experience is not a rejection, it is protection. Life is protecting you from achieving your dreams too early, too unprepared, too fragile. Life is refining you, strengthening you, and giving you the resilience you will need when success finally arrives. Think about a seed. When you plant it in the ground, you do not see anything for days. It stays hidden in the dark soil. It struggles, silently pushing its way through the earth. If you look at it during this time, you might think nothing is happening. You might think the seed has failed. But inside that darkness, transformation is taking place. The seed is growing roots, the foundation it needs to rise. You are that seed. Your dreams may seem buried, your efforts unseen, your progress unnoticed. But deep inside you, roots are growing, strength is forming, character is building, and the person you are becoming is far more important than the success you are chasing. There is another truth people rarely talk about. Sometimes life isolates you so you can hear yourself. When you are surrounded by noise, expectations, opinions, and negativity, you lose sight of who you truly are. Life removes people, places, and situations not to punish you but to protect your focus. It separates you from the world so you can reconnect with your inner strength. You might feel lonely, but you are not abandoned. You might feel stuck, but you are not defeated. You might feel lost, but you are not hopeless. Sometimes the most powerful growth happens in silence. In this silence, you begin to notice things about yourself, your courage, your endurance, your resilience. You start to recognize that the storms you've survived would have destroyed someone else. But not you. You didn't just endure them, you learned from them. You didn't just fall, you rose. And every time you rose, you became stronger. Life is not testing your patience, it is revealing your potential. You were never meant to live an average life. There is greatness inside you, a greatness that you cannot see right now because it is hidden behind layers of fear, doubt, and exhaustion. But when life stretches you, it is preparing you to outgrow those limits. Think of every closed door in your past. At that time, you probably felt discouraged, confused, even helpless. But now, when you look back, you realize those closed doors saved you. They redirected you. They pushed you onto a better path, a wiser path, a stronger path. If those doors had opened, you would have ended up somewhere you didn't belong. So ask yourself, how many times has life protected you without you even noticing? How many times has fate guided you while you complained about the delay? How many times were you close to giving up, without realizing how close you were to breaking through? Success is not a reward for strength, it is a reward for endurance. Anyone can be strong when everything is easy. But true winners are the ones who stay strong when everything is falling apart. The ones who remain hopeful when nothing makes sense. The ones who keep walking even when the road is dark. You don't need to see the entire path right now. You don't need to have all the answers. You only need one reason to keep going. Your future deserves the version of you who never gave up. Because that version of you, the one who pushed through pain, the one who fought through fear, the one who kept moving even when hope felt distant, will create a life far greater than you ever imagined. Right now, as you listen to this, something inside you is awakening. A feeling, a spark, a realization that maybe, just maybe, your story is not over. Maybe this chapter is not your ending, it is your rising. Maybe this moment of confusion is the beginning of clarity. Maybe this struggle is the doorway to your transformation. And transformation always begins with discomfort. Before a butterfly emerges, it must break out of the cocoon that once protected it. That breaking is painful, but necessary. The cocoon was never meant to be its home forever, it was meant to prepare it for the sky. You are in your cocoon phase. Life is stretching you, shaping you, challenging you, not to break you but to prepare you for the wings you are about to unfold. The pain you feel now is the pressure of transformation. And when you rise, and you will, nothing will be able to hold you down again. Every person who succeeds eventually looks back at their hardest days and realizes something powerful. Those days were not a curse. They were a blessing. They were the days that built discipline. The days that built character. The days that built the strength needed to handle the success coming ahead. So if today is difficult, don't run from it. Don't hide from it. Don't let it convince you that life is against you. Stand firm and remind yourself, I am being prepared for something greater. Because you are. Life does not put heavy mountains on weak shoulders. If your challenges are big, it means your destiny is greater. If your journey is tough, it means your story will inspire others. If your heart feels heavy, it means your purpose is powerful. Success is not far away. It is not unreachable. It is walking toward you even as you walk toward it. And one day, you will look back at this struggle, the confusion, the delays, the disappointments, and you will smile. Because you will realize that these were the moments that made you. These were the moments that turned you into someone unstoppable. Your story is still being written. Your journey is still unfolding. Your success is still waiting. And the world has not yet seen the best of you. Not yet. But soon, very soon, they will. There is a moment in every journey when everything suddenly becomes clear. But before that clarity arrives, life often pushes you through the deepest confusion. It tests you, stretches you, bends you, and sometimes even breaks you, not to destroy you, but to shape you into the person you were always meant to become. What you are going through right now is not a punishment, it is a preparation. And the pain you feel today is not the pain of defeat, it is the pain of transformation. For so long, you have carried the weight of expectations from others, from society, and even from yourself. You have walked through days when your heart was heavy, when your mind was tired, when your dreams felt distant. You have spent nights questioning your worth, wondering if anything you do will ever be enough. And with every setback, hopelessness tried to convince you that maybe success was not meant for you. But that is a lie. You were not born to live a life of fear, doubt, or regret. You were not created to remain small, silent, or invisible. There is something extraordinary inside you, something even you haven't fully discovered yet. And life knows it. That is why life has been pushing you so hard. That is why you have faced storms that others never had to face. That is why your path has been different, difficult, uncommon. Because your destiny is different, difficult, uncommon. Look back for a moment not with regret, but with awareness. Every failure taught you something. Every disappointment sharpened your vision. Every heartbreak opened your eyes to reality. And every struggle carved strength into your soul. You didn't just survive your past, you grew from it. And that growth is the real proof that success is not far from you, it is moving closer every day. There is a silence inside you, a silence filled with dreams you haven't spoken yet, battles you haven't fought yet, and victories you haven't claimed yet. That silence is powerful. It is the birthplace of transformation. It is the space where your future begins. Because everything great begins quietly: hope, courage, confidence, purpose, even success. But in order to reach that success, you must first understand something very important. Your life will not change if you wait for things to get easier. Your life will change when you become stronger. And the strength you need is not the strength of muscles, it is the strength of mindset. It is the strength that whispers, "Try again," when everything inside you says, "Give up." It is the strength that pushes you forward when fear tries to paralyze you. It is the strength that wakes up inside you when you decide that your future is more important than your comfort. There will always be reasons to quit. There will always be moments that make you doubt yourself. There will always be storms that shake your confidence. But the question is not whether life will challenge you, the question is whether you will rise to meet those challenges. Because success does not belong to the fearless. Success belongs to the ones who move forward despite fear. Think about the person you want to become, the confident version of yourself, the successful one, the peaceful one, the strong one. That version of you is already inside you. It is waiting for you to break the walls built by doubt, fear, and hopelessness. You are not creating a new you, you are discovering the real you. But discovery requires effort. You must step into places that scare you. You must do things that challenge you. You must take risks that make your heart race. You must let go of excuses, of limiting beliefs, of the lies your fears have been telling you. Because the life you want will not come to the person you pretend to be. It will come to the person you are becoming. Every time you decide to fight instead of surrender, you grow. Every time you choose hope instead of fear, you expand. Every time you take action instead of waiting, you evolve. And slowly, without you even noticing, you begin to transform into someone unstoppable. There is a version of you that wakes up early to work on dreams. There is a version of you that doesn't allow fear to control decisions. There is a version of you that keeps moving even when tired. There is a version of you that succeeds, not because life became easy, but because you became powerful.